I will not cozy up to tyrants and dictators like Kim Jong-un who are rooting for Trump. They know he is easy to manipulate with flattery and favors. They know Trump won't hold autocrats accountable because he wants to be an autocrat himself.
A lot to be checked within this speech. Vice President Harris officially accepting the Democratic nomination for the White House at her party's convention last night. Harris not missing an opportunity to take several shots at former President Donald Trump, saying he would prioritize dictators over the free world if reelected.
And she called him an unserious man, claiming his second term would be one with no guardrails. Harris also sharing her life story, talking about her upbringing, as well as recounting her time as a California prosecutor. Joining us now, Kentucky Congressman James Comer, chairman of the House Oversight Committee. Congressman, welcome back to National Report. All right, so we covered the RNC. Now we've covered the DNC. Where's the state of the race right now?
Well, I think that the more people understand about the policies and the more people realize that Kamala Harris was the Biden-Harris administration that led to massive inflation, that's led to, a deterioration of America's superiority on the international scale. I think they're going to go back to the guy that started a successful business that's created thousands of jobs, that when he was president, we had peace and prosperity. So I feel like if you compare the conventions and you compare the substance of the conventions, I believe the Republican convention was much better and much more substantive and much more focused on the issues than the Democrat convention.
A 37-minute speech, a lot of it emotional-filled, not policy-filled, on campaign promises. MSNBC host Rachel Maddow, in the aftermath of her speech, said Harris basically is essentially the commander-in-chief right now.
Well, I'll agree that
the
Joe
way
Biden...
we're going to make history here is by me becoming president.
Yes.
And I'm going to show you I can be president by the fact that I basically already am president in some ways. I am vice president. I'm doing the work.
Sorry, Congressman, but just wanted to play that moment for you. So your reaction to that?
Yeah, well, look, I agree that Joe Biden's not the commander-in-chief. We've wondered for a long time who was in charge. If he was in charge, he wouldn't have dropped out. I mean, he's the president. He rightfully won the Democrat nomination to be president. He clearly wanted to run for re-election president, and whoever his handlers were, his bosses were, said, no, you got to step off and put Kamala in. I don't know if Kamala is in charge or not, but according to Joy Reid, if she is, then she needs to own this disastrous administration, these disastrous policies that have left our southern border unsecure, that have created massive inflation. As I'm out traveling around Kentucky during this fall break, this summer break, the number one concern is clear. It's inflation. It's the frustration that every time working families go to the grocery store, they have to pay more. This is 100% because of the excessive spending policies and the big government policies of the Biden-Harris administration. I think that's the issue. That needs to be the issue down the stretch on the final 70 days of this election. And hopefully American people will vote their pocketbooks and focus on the economy and vote for who's best on the economy. Every poll shows that Donald Trump's better on the economy than Kamala Harris.
Yeah, she's on record, of course, praising Bidenomics. So endorsing the Biden-Harris economic policy.